We will wait for 2-3 minutes so that most of the student will get joined. Okay, before starting this actual session, I'll tell you two things. If you have any doubt during my lecture or at the end of my session, what you should do, there is a raise hand button on your chat or on your app. Click on that raise hand. So whenever it get prompted, I'll give you right to unmute yourself and you can ask directly a question. uh, then second option is that if you want to ask me a question without disturbing the flow or a class, just put your question in the chat box. So most probably 2-3 times during the session I'll look into the chat and try to answer my question, but at the almost at the end of the session I'll definitely try to answer most of your question. Okay, so even if I don't directly reply to you in the chat, don't worry about it, the chat is saved. So in this session if I don't answer you, I'll definitely answer you in the next session. Okay. uh, that is about chat. Then during the session I might provide you a link for a small quiz. These quiz are not having any kind of weightage. uh, Probably I'll try to, for few lectures I'll try to record your attendance by that Google form or by that quiz, or I'll save the chat window. I'll instruct you when to put your GR number in the chat window. Just put your GR number in the chat so that uh, I'll have all the data. Okay, so this is a first 2-3 lectures I'll record attendance using Google form as well as using chat. If I find out that the chat saves all the data or all roll number, GR number correctly, and I am able to import that in our VIA ERP, I'll stop the use of Google form. Okay, so for few days only, try to bear with that Google quiz or Google form. So we are going to start today's session. For any doubt, please make sure that you ask it. It should be interactive session, even though I have taken most of the control of a class to myself, but I'll give you some time. We will have a good discussion. That at that time I'll give you rights to unmute yourself, or I'll give you rights to ask me your questions. Okay. I think most of you were present during the first session, orientation session. Those who have skipped that session due to some reason, I'll start with the introduction of myself. Uh, so myself is Prashant Anirao. I am taking your course on numerical methods. I have been in the teaching field from last around 10 to 11 years. I have taught this course multiple times, around 5 times. Uh, so numerical methods is a totally mathematical subject. You have to do practice. You have to solve many numericals on this. Numerical methods is a part of a mathematics which uses simple arithmetic or logical operation to solve complex problems. Okay. Also, during my orientation, I have explained you कि भाई for mechanical engineer where you will find the use of numerical method. Okay, so time to time again we will have the recap or interaction of that topics कि भाई roots of equation where we can use as a mechanical engineer और numerical integration मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर को कहाँ पे लगेगा, फोरकास्टिंग के लिए कहाँ पे लगेगा. Most of the numerical methods which we are going to cover in our syllabus, you will find most of them are used in ANSYS software or FEA software. तो कुछ लोगों को पता होगा थर्ड ईयर के जो है there is a finite element analysis software called as a ANSYS. There is one, there is also Hypermesh, OptiStrat, your Abacus. बट मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट को पता रहता है कि भाई एनसीस क्या चीज है. सो न्यूटन रैप्सन मेथड, गॉस एलिमिनेशन मेथड, बहुत सारे मेथड जो है दे आर इन द फाइनाइट एलिमेंट मेथड. सो एज अ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, बॉटम लाइन इज दिस, एज अ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर we need to know about numerical methods. It's a numerical methods is a scientific language or scientific computing technology which most of engineers use. Software engineer होगा या फिर अपना hardware engineer like mechanical engineers also use those methods. So further we will start now. We'll jump into our syllabus. Give me a minute. Mihir, is screen visible? Mihir. Okay. So unit number 1 consists of two major topics: errors and approximation, and second topic is roots of equation. Okay, so in today's session and in the next session we will discuss about errors and approximation. Now if we recall the first session on the numerical method, I have told you most of the time when we solve mathematical problem we are not able to solve exactly, will not get the exact solution. So there is always error present in our solution. So we'll start our numerical method subject with the introduction about errors and approximation. So in numerical methods we always get approximate result, not exact. There will be always error. So moving ahead, if you want to see a value of pi, the value of pi is present in front of you. You will find it on the screen. Okay, so this was your pi value. Is this pi value exact? No, even though you will find बहुत ज़्यादा numbers है, even with that much accuracy, it is not an exact solution or exact value of pi. And generally, when we use the pi value, we probably use it like 3.14 only. In most of the cases, in some of the cases, we just directly take 3 only as a pi value. So we generally use for same case under root 2. Okay, root 2 or a square root of 2. Again, we never get the exact result of a square root of 2. We always get approximate result. So there are errors in our most of the values. So numerical methods are always having errors. Error is nothing but what? The difference between true value and approximate value. Then next thing, your calculator as well as your computer cannot show you exact result or exact value. Even if you try to see value of pi in your calculator, you will not get the exact value. वो क्या है? वो round off की हुई value है या फिर chop off की वाली value है. Okay, पूरी की पूरी exact value available नहीं है, because there is a limitation of your processing power of a calculator or computer. Computer can store only limited number of values, limited number of your digits. So based on the processing power of a computer, you have some range. If the value is beyond that range, directly computer will say that it's a infinity value. Okay, so there are always error present in our system. So there is no escape from the errors. We have to obey, we have to go ahead with the errors in our solution. Okay, so next, why we need to measure the error? The reason is we want to see how accurate is our numerical value or numerical results. Because कोई भी for example value of pi, ठीक है, so value of pi is 3.14 approximately. Someone can use 3 only or 3.1 only. So based on his value, his decision for saying the or getting the value, he will deal with the errors. Okay, sorry. So first thing we would like to measure, determine how accurately we can do the calculation. So based on various criteria, we define our accuracy. Okay, and to calculate that accuracy, we need to measure error in our numerical result. Second thing, we need to define a stopping criteria. See, all our numerical methods are iterative. उसमें बहुत सारे कैलकुलेशन करने पड़ते हैं, बहुत सारे स्टेप्स में कैलकुलेशन करने पड़ते हैं, अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन. सो हम इनफाइनाइट लेवल तक और इनफाइनाइट नंबर ऑफ कैलकुलेशन वी कैनॉट डू, वी कैनॉट परफॉर्म. Okay, even if with the help of computer we cannot do that. So somewhere we have to make a compromise and we have to stop our iteration. So based on our decision कि भाई मेरा accuracy कितना होना चाहिए numerical result का, we will come up with the stopping criteria, and to judge that we need कि भाई अपना target error कितना होगा. For example, if you remember metrology and quality control or manufacturing process or GD&T, the tolerance is given on your mechanical drawing. So tolerance क्या बताते हैं कि हाँ भाई तू you can deviate from the exact value by this much amount, कि भाई प्लस और माइनस 0.02, आपका कंपोनेंट थोड़ा ज्यादा बड़ा हो सकता है या थोड़ा कम भी हो सकता है इन अ डायमीटर और इन अ डायमेंशन. So that tolerance is nothing but an error, allowed error. Okay, so moving ahead, next thing, whenever we go with numerical methods, we deal with two major forms of numerical error. Okay, now see carefully, I am always talking about numerical error. It's not historical error or it's not human error. जैसे आपने ह्यूमन एरर हो सकता है आपका कि आपने मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हो आप, दैट इज ह्यूमन एरर. बट आवर फोकस विल बी ऑन न्यूमेरिकल एरर, जो एरर्स आपके कैलकुलेशन में आने वाले. ओके, सो देयर आर मेजर टू causes of error or forms of error. The first one is the round of error, okay, due to computer approximation. Because now remember, even though we are going to solve numerical methods on paper, ठीक है, अपने नोटबुक में हम सॉल्व करने वाले, but they are built for computer application. Earlier name of this subject was CONM, computer oriented numerical methods. So even though in theory part lectures we will be doing calculation using conventional method, pen, pencil and notepad and calculator, but our aim here, focus here is that how we can implement these numerical methods in computer. They are built in such a way that, okay, so due to computer application there are some round of error. We'll see details in the next few slides. And the second form of error is truncation error, due to the chopping off, okay, or due to the mathematical approximation. We have a limit on कि भाई कितने number of iterations होने चाहिए. So based on that we do the compromise, and so due to the compromise we deal with truncation error. Okay, so right now bottom line is this: in our numerical method subject we deal with two types of error, round of error and truncation error. We will solve some numericals on these two. Okay, so next one we need to know about accuracy and precision. Already आपने physics mathematics में सीखा होगा accuracy and precision. What is meant by accuracy, what is meant by precision? So inaccuracy means क्या हो सकता है, imprecision means क्या हो सकता है. So accuracy मतलब क्या रहेगा, how close you are with the exact result, that is your accuracy, right? Precision क्या हो सकता है, how close your results are, even though they are not close to the exact value. If I get result every time, result equal to 1.2 1.2 1.2, okay, or 1.21 1.19, these kind of results if I am obtaining, my results are precise, okay, even though my answer, exact answer is 3. But always if I get the results, sorry, so if every time if I get a result 1.2 1.21 1.19, I can say my results are precise, okay, even though the answer is 3. Accuracy means मेरा आंसर रिजल्ट्स क्या आ रहा है कि भाई 2.9, कभी 3.4. So at that time, even though I am not precise, I am little bit accurate, I am close to the accurate value. So I think I don't need to elaborate more on this. So there is small assignment for you guys. So I'll paste one link on the chat box, okay. Try to solve this, okay. If you have doubt, please ask in the chat box. Have you got the link? Look into the chat box. I have just pasted. Okay, again, I need to share the screen to solve this numerical. I'll give you guys 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, so complete this Google form. For any issue, you can raise your hand anytime. So if it is over, चैट में सिर्फ डन करके मैसेज डाल दो. Okay, thank you for the response. Guys who are not done with this, you can do it later on. I'll allow you to do that after 10 to 15 minutes at the end of session. Okay, so don't worry about it. So we'll move ahead. The answer is like A का आंसर क्या है? D, B का C, C का B और D का A. Okay, from that Google sheet. So moving ahead, I think सबको पता है क्या रहता है inaccuracy, imprecision, accuracy, precision means what. So moving ahead. So next part is the error definition. Okay, so if we want to define error, is nothing but in a layman's language we can say it's the difference between the true value or exact value and the value we get from numerical calculation, approximate value. So whenever I say true value, exact value, that means the answer obtained by analytical formulation or analytical calculation. Okay, so the technical definition is in front of you. Bottom line में बता देता हूँ. So error is nothing but difference between true value and approximate value. Okay, I think we all know about it. So so whenever we calculate error by using this kind of equation, okay, we call this error as a true or exact or absolute error. So more correct definition of this equation is it's a absolute error. It checks error with true value. That's why it is called as a absolute error. Now, but most of the time we cannot compare our approximation with the exact value and get, we can say हाँ भाई कि मेरे calculation में इतना सारा error है. because it depends on the exact value. Okay, so technically most of the time we try to relate the error, relative error. तो थोड़ा confusion हो सकता है यहाँ पे. Okay, I have modified the formula of error. See, now I have taken epsilon t for error. T stands for true error, true. It is using or calculating error with true value. So error, true error. Okay, but it is a relative with the true value. So true value minus approximate value divided by true value. So this is nothing but your true error. Okay, see this true error compared with the true value. So we are getting relative error. Relative error. Okay, now this relative error is calculated by considering exact value, true value. So that is why it is called as a true relative error. But more precisely, whenever we want to define this error, we define it with percentage. Okay, so that's why it is called as a true percentage relative error. So in some numerical we need to calculate the error in percentage. Now to get a more feel of this relative errors, we'll take one small example. Suppose that we are a civil engineers and we want to measure length of a bridge and a smaller rivet used in the bridge manufacturing. Okay, so when we have completed the measurement, we found out that कि भाई bridge का जो length है it's 990 sorry 9999 सेंटीमीटर. ओके, और रिवेट का अगर मैंने मेजर किया, आई गॉट द रिजल्ट 9 सेंटीमीटर. ठीक है, बट जब मैन्युफैक्चर किया था या जब बनाया था ब्रिज, तब with two precise instrument they came to know that the true value of length of the bridge is 10,000 सेंटीमीटर एंड रिवेट का जो है वो 10 सेंटीमीटर. ठीक है, now the question is how much is the absolute error in bridge and in rivet. ओके, तो सिंपल एब्सोल्यूट एरर का डेफिनेशन क्या है कि ट्रू वैल्यू माइनस अप्रोक्सीमेट वैल्यू. ओके, या मेजर्ड वैल्यू. सो अपना ट्रू वैल्यू मिला 10,000 और मेजर्ड वैल्यू इज 9,999. सो अपना एब्सोल्यूट एरर कितना आया? 1 सेंटीमीटर in case of bridge. Now in case of a rivet, see, measured value is 9 centimeter, exact value is 10 centimeter. So error in rivet is again same 1 centimeter. तो दोनों में एरर तो सेम है, बट टेक्निकली ये इतना कंपैरिजन नहीं देता अपनो हमें कि भाई 1 सेंटीमीटर का एरर है, अपने ब्रिज में भी है और अपने रिवेट में ही है. सो डू वी नीड टू डू द 1 minute. Okay, so do we need to consider bridge and rivet for the again recalculation of error? So no, we need to find out कि भाई relative error कितना है, relative error कितना है. So relative error कैसे find करेंगे? So first case we will take a bridge. Okay, so पहले केस लेते हैं हम ब्रिज का. So sorry, so first case bridge का true value is 10,000, approximate value 9,999. So that means this numerator is 1 centimeter divided by true value is 10k. If you do the calculation, the answer for bridge comes as in a percentage 0.01%. ठीक है, ब्रिज के लिए. तो आपका ब्रिज का रिलेटिव एरर बिकम 0.01%, बहुत ही निग्लिजिबल वैल्यू. नाउ इन केस ऑफ रिवेट, how much will get the relative error? So true value minus approximate value that is 1 centimeter, 10 minus 9, divided by true value, that is 10, okay, into 100% or 100. So in case of rivet, I got percentage relative error equal to 10. So now compare, even though the absolute error for in case of bridge, in case of rivet was same 1 centimeter, but when we look at the values or result obtained by relative error, you will find कि भाई ब्रिज का जो एरर है वो निग्लिजिबल है, 0.01%, बहुत ही निग्लिजिबल है. बट रिवेट का एरर देखो 10%, सो कंसिडरेबल है वो. एंड जनरली वी डोंट एक्सेप्ट रिजल्ट which are around 10%. It should be around 1% or less. Okay, so from this we understood that, I hope you guys understood the difference between relative error, absolute error, and importance of calculating relative error. Okay, so in some calculation, some numerical, we need to find out relative error. In some cases we just consider absolute error. Okay, now the next thing is that, so whenever we speak about real world application, okay, sorry, real world application, real world में it is almost impossible to get the exact result, true value. हमने देखा भाई अपने पास पाई, इतने सालों से हम पाई यूज करते हैं, फिर भी we cannot say the or do or use exact value of pi. ठीक है, तो हमें हमेशा अप्रोक्सीमेट वैल्यू के ही साथ ही काम करना पड़ता है. सो इट इज बॉटम लाइन, it is never we are going to use true value. We have to deal with the approximate values only. Okay, so I'll update the formula now. So epsilon stands for error. Here earlier I was used to have a suffix t for true value. ठीक है, now true value तो मिल नहीं सकता हमें, so हमने क्या किया कि approximate value ले लेते. Okay, so my formula for relative error, okay, again percentage use कर रहा हूं, तो so percentage relative error became approximate percentage relative error. क्योंकि क्या कर रहा हूं मैं, मेरे पास ट्रू वैल्यू अवेलेबल नहीं है, सो आई कैन नॉट कैलकुलेट द एरर. सो हमने क्या किया, अपडेट किया. आई एम कंपेयरिंग ए अप्रोक्सीमेट वैल्यू with the approximate or approximation divided by approximation. Okay, is there any kind of confusion here? थोड़ा कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम लग रहा है. what we are doing, approximate value minus approximation divided by approximation. क्या होगा, अपने पास approximate result होगा, again minus approximate result, so we'll get the numerator equal to 0. so in every case approximate percentage relative error becomes 0. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Again, so we need to revise this formula. So most of our numerical methods, as I already told you, are based on iterations. Okay, so I'll update the formula कि भाई absolute relative error, sorry, approximate percentage relative error, I can calculate like this because I am using iteration. So present approximation minus previous approximation मतलब क्या है, simple, try to understand. Previous approximation मतलब आपका चल रहा है second iteration. Okay, मतलब आपने एक पहले इटरेशन किया, उसमें कुछ रिजल्ट्स मिला और उसका यूज करके आपने दूसरा इटरेशन कंप्लीट किया, सेकंड स्टेप. ओके, सो प्रीवियस अप्रोक्सीमेशन, जो रिजल्ट आपको मिला फर्स्ट इटरेशन में, जो आंसर था वो, एंड यू आर गोइंग टू यूज दैट फॉर कंपेयरिंग और कैलकुलेटिंग एरर इन प्रेजेंट अप्रोक्सीमेशन. सो करंट रिजल्ट माइनस old result divided by current result. This is nothing but your approximate percentage relative error. So please, if you have notebook or pen, write it down, this equation. Approximate percentage relative error. ओके, हमने ये स्क्रैच कर दिया, ये यूजलेस है फॉर्मूला. तो हमने क्या किया, we have updated the formula. epsilon a, okay, nothing but approximate percentage relative error, is equal to old result or present, sorry, current result, present approximation minus previous approximation divided by present approximation into 100%. So I hope you have written it. I'll move ahead. Sorry. Now, next thing we are going to discuss about the sign of error. Okay. So you will find that sometimes we may come across like this situation कि आपका present approximation is smaller than the previous approximation because you might go towards that zone or towards that range. Okay. So you might get an error in negative sign. So it doesn't matter. We are not focusing ourselves on the sign of the error. हमें क्या चाहिए कि डेविएशन कितना है अपने वैल्यू से. ओके, एग्जैक्ट रिजल्ट हो या फिर प्रीवियस अप्रोक्सीमेशन हो, उससे डेविएट कितना हो रहा है अपना वैल्यू. सो even though if the sign is negative or positive, doesn't matter. Don't worry about sign of error, or you can modify the equation. Always provide absolute value of error. चलेगा, ये भी चलेगा. Okay. Now our main concern is how much is the deviation or error in our calculation. Okay. So whenever we deal with some numerical, it will be given to us कि भाई प्रिस्क्राइब टॉलरेंस कितना है. ठीक है, तो हमें क्या करना है कि उसके नीचे अपनी एरर की वैल्यू होनी चाहिए. तो जो भी गिवन टॉलरेंस होगा, जो गिवन एरर होगा, we want to achieve accuracy, so that the calculated error will be less than the given or prescribed tolerance. जैसे आपको डिजाइन कर रहे हो कुछ, ओके, तो डिजाइन करते टाइम आपको दिया जाएगा कि आपका एरर इतना इतना होना चाहिए. ओके, उसके नीचे अगर एरर होगा तो योर डिजाइन इज एक्सेप्टेबल. Okay, so similar to that line, we have to do the calculation like this. So don't worry about the sign here. So always we need to maintain that our approximate error is less than the prescribed error. Okay, so this relation is nothing but your stopping criteria. Whenever we achieve this kind of result, हमें वहां पे कैलकुलेशन इटरेशन बंद करने हैं अपने. ओके. Now, next topic is a significant figure. Now we are trying to learn some fundamentals related to numerical methods in some bits and pieces. Okay, so we have talked about till now errors. Okay, so next, when we try to learn types of error, जो मैंने पहले बताया था देखो, like round off error or truncation error. So before that, थोड़ा recap लेते, to understand better our next error. So we'll have a revision on the significant figure. So most of you are already knowing the significant figure. Okay, now आप chat box use करो to answer this. ठीक है, so we can have an interactive session. ठीक है, so if I want to find out significant figure, अब significant figure आपको सबको पता है कि भाई significant figure means ना nothing but क्या है कि आप कितना लेवल तक मेजरमेंट कर सकते हो, कितने एक्यूरेटली मेजर कर सकते हो कोई चीज. इट गिव्स अ सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर यू हैव लर्न इन मैथ, अप्लाइड मैथ, उसके बाद फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री में भी 12th में, 11th और 12th में सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. ओके, सो वी आर नॉट गोना डिस्कस टू मच अबाउट इट. आई वांट टू नो दैट कि आपको सबको पता है कि सिग्निफिकेंट कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स कैसे मिल सकता है. ओके, सो नाउ make sure that you open the chat window and please tell me यहाँ पे कितने significant figure है for A. So someone is telling me 4. Okay, 3, 3, 3. ओके, ट्राई टू रिकॉल सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर, बहुत बार हो चुका है ये। हाँ, समवन गॉट करेक्ट। सो चिन्मय, मिहिर, ग्रेट. So here the significant figure is 1. The answer is 1. थोड़ा क्विकली आई ट्राई टू हैव अ रिकैप ऑन दिस. सिग्निफिकेंट निकालना है ना आपको, जो भी डिप्लोमा स्टूडेंट हो सकते हैं या कोई किसी को थोड़ा याद नहीं है सिग्निफिकेंट के बारे में, सो आई क्विकली कवर दैट पार्ट. सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर में क्या करना है कि भाई वी कंसिडर ओनली नंबर्स फ्रॉम 1 to 9. ओके, सो आप लेफ्ट से चालू करोगे. 1 to 9 कब आता है? अगर लेफ्ट में कोई भी 1 to 9 छोड़ के कोई भी नंबर होगा दैट इज 0 ओनली, सो उसको कैंसिल कर देना है. ओके, नाउ लेफ्ट टू राइट ये आया आपका सिग्निफिकेंट डिजिट 1. सो उसके लेफ्ट में जितने भी 0 हो गए वो छोड़ दो. सो कितने सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर है? और इसके सामने 2 3 कुछ नहीं है. सो दैट मीन्स दिस इज ओनली सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. कितने सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर मिले हमें और कितने सिग्निफिकेंट डिजिट्स मिले? ओनली 1. नाउ इफ हियर वी हैड 2, 0.0012 at that time, कितना अगर यहाँ पे सॉरी इफ आई राइट 2 हियर, तो सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर कितने हुए? देखो ये जो फर्स्ट नंबर आया 1 to 9 के बीच वाला, तो इससे पहले वाले 0 सब कैंसिल हो गए, यूजलेस है. 1 2, तो सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर आए यहाँ पे 2. ओके, someone want to ask me a question? Okay, he might be chicken out. So you got 2 answer. Again we'll solve few more numerical. I'll tell you about 2-3 rules here. Okay, again you explore later on significant figures if you have some confusion. So कोई भी digits from 1 to 9 अगर है तो उससे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वाले ऑल जीरोस कैंसिल करने आपको. ओके, राइट हैंड साइड में अगर कोई दैट इज ट्रेलिंग जीरो, वी कॉल इट एज ए ट्रेलिंग जीरो. इफ देयर आर सम ट्रेलिंग जीरो, उसको कंसीडर करना है, उसको काउंट करना है. ओके, देन ट्रैप्ड जीरो, अगर कोई दो नंबर के बीच में भी अगर जीरो होगा, वी हैव टू कंसीडर इट, वी हैव टू काउंट इट. ठीक है, रिमेंबर दिस. ट्रेलिंग जीरो कंसीडर करना है, ट्रैप्ड जीरो कंसीडर करना है, अर्लियर जीरो अगर होगा, ठीक है, तो उसको छोड़ देना है, उसको निग्लेक्ट करना है. ठीक है, नाउ अगेन ट्राई दिस दिस क्वेश्चन. सी 0.00100. ओके, नाउ सी 1 के पहले वाले 0 कैंसिल कर दो, छोड़ दो. एक यहाँ पे एक सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर, मैंने क्या किया था, 1 के बाद जो भी आएगा 0 उसको कंसीडर करना है हमें. ओके, पुट द आंसर्स इन द चैट बॉक्स. सो ये भी है, इसको भी कंसीडर कर सकते हैं हम. सो 1, then this is 2 and this is 3. So our answer for significant figure here is 3. Correct? Okay, Rohit, Akshata, Yash, Mihir, all are correct. Now tell me what is the answer for this next one. C के लिए try करो सब लोग, and until and unless you try this question you will not understand significant figures. बरोबर बरोबर. Now all are getting नाइस. अब इसका कितना है? डी वाला, डी का आंसर. स्टॉप द आंसर फॉर सी, नाउ पुट द आंसर फॉर डी. ओके, क्वेश्चन मार्क, समवन आस्क क्वेश्चन मार्क, राइट? चेतन बरोबर. सो आंसर इज अगेन 3. ठीक है, सो 1 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर, उसके बाद आया अनदर जीरो. यस, हमने क्या किया था? रूल सिंपल है, देखो कि जो भी फर्स्ट लेफ्ट से आए, फर्स्ट सिग्निफिकेंट डिजिट आया 1 to 9 के बीच वाला कोई भी, उसके बाद वाले सब जीरो काउंट करने हमें. ओके, सो इसका आंसर आया 3. नाउ I'll stop here for few seconds and going from significant figure to mechanical application. Huh? Now observe this. Try to listen carefully. वे भाई ये significant सीख तो रहे हम. We are dealing with this significant figure. We are finding this significant figure. But as a mechanical engineer, we'll try to understand this. Okay. So if I have some drawing और उसमें वैल्यू जो दिए हैं, आपका जो ड्राइंग है कुछ मैकेनिकल कंपोनेंट बनाया है, ऐसा कुछ तो शाफ्ट वाफ्ट कुछ बनाया है और यहाँ पे लिखा डायमेंशन समथिंग लाइक दिस भाई 5 ओके 2 and somewhere on your drawing sheet there is mentioned कि भाई all dimensions are in mm और all dimensions are in centimeter. okay so इसका मतलब क्या है? ठीक है, आई गॉट ओनली ना आंसर फॉर आवर क्वेश्चन सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. यहाँ पे सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर कितना है 1. ओके 1 एंड ऑल डायमेंशंस आर इन सेंटीमीटर ऐसा लेते हैं हम तो 1 सेंटीमीटर. इट गिव्स यू लीस्ट काउंट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर ऑल द स्टडी इन द ड्राइंग शीट. अगर आप ड्राइंग शीट कर रहे हो, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे हो, तो आपका जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट होने वाले है, आपकी जो मशीन होने वाली है, ओके इट हैज टू डील विथ लीस्ट काउंट ऑफ 1 सेंटीमीटर. अगर आपको ये मशीन पे कंपोनेंट बनाना है तो आपकी एक्यूरेसी कितनी होनी चाहिए? एटलीस्ट 1 सेंटीमीटर की. ओके ये आपका कंपोनेंट डील करना चाहिए. या फिर आपका टॉलरेंस या एक्यूरेसी कितनी होगी? 1 सेंटीमीटर वाली. So this one is nothing but your significant figure you calculated based on the dimension, and this was the unit. Again, I hope you understood this. Again, I'll tell you. So you have a drawing and you got one dimension as 1.23 and the dimensions, all the dimensions are in mm. Okay, now what we will do as a mechanical engineer, we have studied the numerical method. This value gives us significant figure. 3 significant दे रहे figures मिल रहे हमें 1 2 and 3. okay so from this I'll get to know that I have 3 significant figure and my dimensions are in mm. okay so my least count for my apparatus, measuring instrument or whatever we do, it should be 1 mm divided by 3. उतनी accuracy में मुझे बनाना है. So around 10 micron मेरा achievable और target error होगा या target accuracy होगी. So that's why as a mechanical engineer I need to understand the concept of significant figure. ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा elaborate, I am diverting from my topic of significant figure. So this is the application of significant figure. Coming back to our topic. ठीक है, so for next question. So this कितने significant figure है यहाँ पे E के लिए? Yes 2 हर्ष, thank you. Now for this F थोड़ा tricky है. F का आंसर है 1 राइट. हर्ष, रोहित, विशाल बराबर. सो इट आपको थोड़ा बेसिक्स में जाना पड़ेगा. इवन दो दे आर दीज जीरोस आर ट्रेलिंग, वी डोंट कंसीडर देम बिकॉज देयर इज नो डेसिमल पॉइंट देयर. डेसिमल अगर पॉइंट होगा तो ही उसको कंसीडर करना है, ऐसे कुछ रूल्स रहते हैं. सो अगेन प्लीज रिवाइज द सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर इफ यू हैव सम डाउट्स. So most of the student I found that they are answering correctly. So F is 1. What about G? The answer should be 1. H 2 बरोबर सांगतायत, थँक यू. लास्ट this one I बरोबर maximum students are answering correctly and thank you for the response. बरोबर. Last one is 5 I 5 correct. So we are almost close to our end of the session. Only 7 minutes are remaining, 7 to 8 minutes. I'll cover quickly this portion, okay, and we will end our lecture. We will have a discussion, or if you want to ask some question based on errors, we will solve that. Okay, so नेक्स्ट वन, राउंडिंग टू सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. और एक टास्क है, हमने मैथ में सीखा था कि राउंडिंग करना है आपको, ओके, टू सम सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर बोला जाता है. सो राउंडिंग ऑफ यू नो ऑलरेडी कि राउंड ऑफ कैसे करते हैं. सिंपली जैसे 1.56 ऐसे कुछ तो भी आपका आंसर है. सो वी राउंड इट एज ए 1.6, okay, or in some cases I can round it off to 2, something like this. So similarly, I am combining two effects, rounding off with significant figure. Okay, so I'll try to demonstrate this, try to understand. So I have a number or result, numerical result, 64.87509, and it is asked us to round off this नंबर टू वन सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. वन सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर में लेके आना है. ओके, सो इसका आंसर कितना होगा, बिकॉज इट इज अ सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. कौन सी यहाँ पे, ये. ओके, सो 6, बट 6 डजंट स्पेसिफाई कंप्लीटली. आई हैव टू राइट 60. सो दिस इज राउंडेड ऑफ. दिस 4.8759 आई हैव राउंडेड ऑफ टू 0. सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर कितना है यहाँ पे, ओनली 1. रिमेंबर, यहाँ पे अगर मैं डेसिमल पॉइंट देता, एंड दैट इज द आंसर फॉर दिस वन. टू सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर 64 पॉइंट अगर देता हूं तो इट बिकम्स टू सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. दिस इज वन सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर. अगर थ्री सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर में मुझे कन्वर्ट करना होगा तो 64, यहां तक हो गए अपने दो सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर, और उसके बाद ऐड करना पड़ेगा मुझे 8. बट एज वी आर talking about round off, so 8 के बाद क्या है, 7, so I have to put it as a 9. ठीक है, sorry, here I should have written 65. okay, this is incorrect. 65, this is 64.9. here I'll get 64.8. 7 के बाद 5 है. okay, so I should take it as a 7 only. ठीक है. So this is about significant figure. In the next session, small exercise for you guys to understand the round off or error. Use your calculator, okay, and try to do this subtraction. During this subtraction, I'll try to tell you one किस्सा कि भाई आपके अकाउंट में आपके अकाउंट में थे पैसे 1000. स्विस ने, ड्यू टू द कोविड-19, ऑल आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस, स्विस बैंक ने क्या किया, गलती से 1 लाख के जगह 1 into 10 to the power 16 अमाउंट was deposited into your account, right? उनको बाद में गलती पता चल गई और उन्होंने क्या किया कि वो जितने पैसे डाले थे ना आपके अकाउंट में, उतने ही उन्होंने सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिए. ठीक है. Now try using scientific calculator, your calculator, what is the answer, कि आपके अकाउंट में कितना पैसा बचा. Your calculator will show you the answer. और चैट बॉक्स में आंसर टाइप करो. ओके, सबको क्वेश्चन पता है अब. So you all can unmute yourself if you want to talk or if you want to ask me some question. ठीक है. So that's it from my side for today's lecture. So last 3 minutes are remaining. I have already recorded your attendance by using that Google form. ठीक है. So when you leave this session, please write your GR number in the chat box, and you can leave the session. We have 3 minutes more. If you want to discuss something, you want to ask me some question, now unmute yourself and ask me question. और बाकी लोग क्या कर सकते हो, जीआर नंबर डाल दो, जीआर नंबर, रोल नंबर नहीं, जीआर नंबर. प्लीज write down the GR number and you can leave the session. I already got your attendance by Google form, as well as I'll go get the attendance from chat. So open for discussion, last 2 minutes.